Hello, my friends, and welcome to my new segment, Brief Insights from an Older Man. And literally, this is just segments under 10 minutes that I'm going to start doing, simply because, a lot of my videos are literally over, usually 30 minutes or more. And I want to start doing shorter videos that I can get out more rapidly, covering a lot more topics. And so these segments are only going to deal with one particular issue, and usually it's something that's trending. And so that brings me to this particular video that I saw earlier today. And if you saw my segment yesterday where I was talking about single mothers who are single but married, I can't even say it with a straight face, to be honest with you. But I did mention that single mothers will instinctively, meaning they don't have a lot of control over this. They will instinctively look at their kids and their own survival first. If there was no kids, because women are the weaker sex, they usually focus on themselves first. But now you throw a child in there, and it's not your child. You don't come first, my friend, and we know this. But I'm going to show you this video that clearly indicates that against this woman's normal human social nature, she went for her child first. Okay? Let's have a listen. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Listen, give me a thumbs up, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into this video.
Zara.
Hi.
All right, welcome back. Let's call this guy Eddie. You met on one of the apps. You went on a date. You thought everything went really well. You were hoping to see the guy again, but you haven't heard from him, and you kind of feel, you're bummed out because you liked him. You're bummed out because you had to get a babysitter and spend time away from your kids. It was kind of just a lot, and you're let down because you were hoping it was all going to be worth it, and now you're being ghosted, and you want to know why.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Well, let's call this guy now. Good luck, Zara.
All right, thank you.
Hello?
Hi, is this Eddie?
Yeah, who's this?
Hey, Eddie, good morning. My name is Fred. I'm calling from the Fred Show, the morning radio show. The whole crew is here, and I have to tell you that we are on the radio right now. I would need your permission to continue with the call. Does that mean we can talk? Yes, no?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, thank you.
This is unusual.
It is unusual, I'll give you that. We're calling on behalf of a woman named Zara. You guys met on one of the apps, and I guess you went out recently? Wow, this guy's a matter of fact. Okay, so you remember her then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember her.
So what happened? Because she called us and said she liked you a lot and was hoping to see you again, and you've ghosted her. I mean, is that true? Did you ghost her?
Well,
are you ghosting her?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I'll tell you exactly what happened.
Okay.
So we went on a date, and it was great. We were having a good conversation. Great. It comes to around the end of the meal. I head to the bathroom, and I come back. And then the waiter brings the bill, and it's a lot more than I thought it was going to, look it over. I call him over, and I ask him, hey, why is my bill so much? And he's like, well, she, while you were in the bathroom, added 3 entrees and an appetizer to go. I was like, okay.
So she was hungry. She was a hungry lady.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume she ate on the date, too, right?
Yes, she ate. We had, 2 appetizers even, and a dessert. So, I mean, she was full. But it seemed like she was taking them home for her kids.
Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. Who is the food for?
For her kids.
Oh.
So she ordered food.
She was taking it home for her kids.
Oh.
And okay. And she didn't tell you she was going to do this or offer to pay or, I mean, she didn't even give you a heads up. She just tried to sneak it in there.
No, she was sneaky about it and did it while I was out in the bathroom.
Huh. And you don't feel obligated to feed her children on a date that you went on with her.
I mean, listen, I understand she got a babysitter. They're not cheap, but I'm sure it was cheaper than the meal that they got. I appreciate all that. But they're not my kids.
And she just kind of did it without asking. Let me bring Zara in. I forgot to mention that Zara is here. I'm very forgetful.
Oh.
Zara, you left out the part where you ordered several meals to take home without asking about it. Because, I mean, did you know he was going to pay? I mean, you didn't seem to say anything when the bill came.
No, I mean, he asked me on a date. I would expect he's going to pay. I think that's just kind of typical that the guy, pays, especially when he's someone
For
who
you.
Right.
I mean, he asked you on a date and he paid for you. That was the plan. I don't know that he necessarily signed up to pay for your whole family to eat.
Those aren't his kids.
No, I mean, I get that. They're not his kids, but I mean, he knew I had kids. He knows I'm a single mom.
So he's supposed to, so he, part of him asking you out on a date is him also providing a dinner for your family at home?
I would have rather them come to the date.
Right.
I didn't even get to meet these kids or pay the babysitter.
Oh, no, that's out of control. No, that's too much. That's way too much. You want to know.
I'm surprised you didn't get anything for the babysitter either.
Yeah. Was the babysitter supposed to eat or no? I mean, she needed sustenance.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, really, is this standard for you, Zara? Like, you think that, I mean, I'm just curious, like, you think that if you're asked out, that essentially means that everybody gets dinner, like in the whole family?
I mean, if I'm not home to feed them because I'm on this date that you asked me to come on, and I guess
that you agreed to go on.
But yeah, and because I expected he would be a gentleman and pay for it. But here's the big
I did pay for it.
Well, that's the thing. He did wind up paying for everything.
I'm not a confrontational guy or a monster. I wasn't going to be like, no, we're not giving these kids food. Like,
but it was a little comfortable, and the fact that you didn't tell him that you were doing it is also a little sneaky. I mean, in fairness.
Yeah, and I don't like that either, being called sneaky. I mean, the waiter came by while he was in the bathroom. If he'd been sitting at the table, I would have done it right in front of him.
I mean,
don't have a problem with that.
I've gone to dinner with my friends who have kids, and at the end of the meal, they'll say, hey, I need to take something home for so-and-so. Can you make that separate, or I'll pay for the whole thing because I'm adding stuff onto it? Like, I'm not necessarily expected to buy dinner even for my own friends' kids who I know and would buy dinner for. But you'd barely know this guy, and he doesn't even know them, and he also didn't know he was doing that. I mean, that probably added, what, $60 to the...
It's almost doubled the bill.
Yeah, I mean, so at least it's a conversation, like, hey, I got to bring some food home for the kids, and then he can decide then if he wants to pay for it or not. But it sounds like you just kind of assume without asking.
No, I absolutely assumed. I assumed you asked me on a date, then you're going to take care of the check. I think that's just pretty standard.
So then should he pay their tuition as well? Or like, should he have paid for the babysitter? Bills? Like, should he have paid for the babysitter? It's an interesting question. Why didn't you ask him? Why didn't you bill him for that?
Didn't offer. But yeah, that would be nice too.
Oh, that would be nice too. You see what I'm talking about, gentlemen? So what this gentleman got to see while dating a single mother is what his future would be if he had continued seeing her. Number one, the kids come absolutely first and at his expense. This is what a lot of men do not see right up front. They get blinded by the sweetness of the woman. But I'm so glad that she showed her true colors right up front. And the guy got to instantly see what he was in for. Most guys don't get that privilege. Most women would have covered that shit up until it was too late, until he was too deep in. Whether it's too deep in emotionally or he had already married her and now he's deep in legally, financially, and emotionally. And usually it never works out well because that woman will always put her kids and another man's seed before him. That's what I'm always talking about, gentlemen. And you ladies keep going on like, oh, you're a monster. You're always an asshole. Your mother was a single mother when she met your father. And, you should have more compassion. No. Compassion has nothing to do with it. I am here advocating for men and the hundreds and thousands of men that have gotten screwed over, that have come to this site and have shown that they have gotten screwed over. So what you guys just witnessed is a woman who literally put all of her senses aside, like literally, like her common sense of decency is what I was looking for. Right? Her common sense of decency and politeness, all of that went out the window. All she could have thought about was, I need to feed my kids. So I remembered 4 months back, I don't know if you guys remembered this case where this guy recorded this woman who was trying to shame this man and tell him that he was broke when he refused to add 2 extra steak dinners, steak and potatoes, on the bill for her apparent 2 kids that she had at home.
Yeah, you owe me that.
Ain't that with their daddy?
No, I'm sorry. That's not baby.
No, that is.
Oh my God. So go ahead and bring another steak and some potatoes. Okay.
No, don't bring no potatoes.
Sesame sauce.
No, bring your check. I'm paying for my meal and your meal. I'm not paying
And
for your
my
kids' meal. No.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not paying for their kids' meal. No.
So you don't think you owe me after having me wait an hour and a half?
I told you I owe you. I owe you when I take you out
Okay,
again.
and so you're gonna pay for my kids' food?
No, I'm not doing that.
Can you please go ahead and
I'm not doing that. No. Hold up, beautiful. Hold on. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Why you not
Listen.
bring 2, please?
What's the name, Kiera?
Bring 2 orders.
Why should I do that, Kiera?
Because you sitting right here on the date.
I was late to the date.
Can you bring 2 orders?
But I'm saying,
please?
why would I get her kids food? Why would I get her kids some food? They with their daddy.
She was right here.
They daddy should be feeding
8
them.
and 5-year-olds eating steak with a side of A1 sauce.
She ate.
And the guy said, listen, I'll be happy to buy them pizza, but I ain't buying them a steak dinner. And she claims, well, that's what my kids eat. And if you can't afford to do it, you're just a broke ass. And she tried to shame the hell out of him. So what we're seeing is the massive and the overinflated egos and expectation of single mothers who think that the new simp, the new daddy, the new stepdad, he's going to step in and just spend stupid money on her and her kids and another man's seed. For what? Some overused panani?
Hey! I have to bring my baby because I couldn't find a babysitter because he always beating up people.
That's a baby?
Why did I have to come? Because I didn't have a babysitter for you, baby.
How the fuck is this a baby?
Well, that's Juju. He ate.
This nigga look like a kid himself.
I don't like him. Hey, Mom, I got a jacket. I got a jacket like this.
Why would you get this grown ass nigga, Michael? Who is this grown nigga?
I have a jacket like this. Well, I couldn't find a babysitter. You wanted to take me out to eat.
Who gonna babysit a grown man?
That's not a grown man. I took him home. I could have watched myself.
Yeah, you sure could have.
You caught the house on fire last time, Juju. I could just sit on the porch.
How can he reach the stove? You got a little man back here.
That's my baby.
He must have had a baby by an old nigga, because this nigga's old.
Well, he was old, but you ain't got to talk about me like that in front of my baby like that.
This, Benjamin Button?
I mean, I said he was...
I
don't like him.
I didn't
Why?
come. Listen, man. I came to meet you, not him. No, I don't know your name, nigga. I don't even know your name.
My daddy's coming home next week. You know that, right? Baby a nigga.
I wouldn't care if your daddy was coming home tomorrow.
Baby,
you and your mama ain't gonna make it.
Hey, Mom, guess what? What? Remember we was in Walmart? Yeah.
Wow.
I got this for you.
Walmart?
Oh, thank you, baby. I took it. Yes. I love you so much. He's still on Tuesdays, but that's the only time. He's not that bad.
I don't get it. What is it that the man gets? No one has been able to give me a single mother is offering a man versus what a mother without kids wouldn't be able to offer him. No one has been able to tell me that yet. I have not gotten any responses on that question I've asked. So, gentlemen, understand that when you see things like this, make sure that you identify. You might not see this attitude up front. You might not see it up front, but it will come throughout the course of the relationship, because that single mother will put those kids and another man's seed before you 100% of the time. Please note that. Okay, so that's my 2 cents, guys. Listen, this has been a brief one. I'll see you guys in the next one. And remember, whenever in doubt, always ask an older man. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.